Alright guys, here's where we get busy. This is where your seal is right here. Okay. There's your seal. And you see that lip sits really flush here. So you can't pull it out this way. So I'm going to share with you how we do this. I'm going to set the camera down here to try to get it so it does its thing. Alright, now what you do is you take your chisel and you do this number with it right here. Tap it in, just tap it in. Remember the Happy Gilmore movie? Okay, once you get that started right there, now hopefully you could see that. I took the chisel, just tapped it, okay, till I got that started right there. Now what I'm going to do is turn the chisel on its edge and hit it a couple more times and watch what happens. This ensures that you don't damage the sealing surface. So I'm not touching the transmission at all. Now, okay, you can see that I've moved it in. This is where your needle nose pliers come in. Okay, then once you get it there, look at that. Once you get a grab onto this, after you chiseled it in, and you can take your hammer if you want as well. Now you're using the outside of the case, not a mating surface, the part out there. Watch this. See that? Just tap it out. That's it, folks. Okay, you saw that. Just tap it out. Bam. Okay, now I grabbed it and then hit the end of the handle right here and it popped it right out that way. Okay, now let's clean this. Okay, you want to make sure that that's good and clean. Now we have the seal out. We chiseled it from one side, okay, moved it in, grabbed it with the needle nose pliers, and then used the needle nose pliers as a fulcrum and pushed against this edge right here and pushed the needle nose pliers. I'm going to share with it. Kind of important. Alright, so we have the needle nose pliers. We had them like this, grabbed a hold of it, and then used this part of the needle nose pliers, this part right here, and pried this way, and tapped the end of it so it popped it right out. Boop. Okay, now, I'm going to put the new one in. Alright, and the new one has to be in there nice and tight and nice and clean. So we put this right here, you set it in. Like that, and then you take your ball peen hammer. It's got a big face on it, so it's a bigger hammer. Okay, and you just tap it up in there very gently. Just tap it in. Okay, and then once you get that tapped in, just so it stays, you're not going to drive it in. Then you take your socket, and I'm going to use the long deep well on it. I'm going to use not the opened end, I'm going to use the closed end right here. And I'm going to put it right over that, and as you can see, it's a perfect fit. Now I can't do it two-handed, I have to do it two-handed. So I'm going to put the camera down and maybe it'll pick it up and maybe it won't. But I'll show you the end here. Once we're done. And now I'm just going to tap it in. And this, doing it this way with a socket I mean, if you have a bigger tool that'll fit, that's fine as well. But this does it evenly, see? It taps it in evenly. And you know, listen to the sound change. You'll be able to tell when it's mated. Hear that? Done. And I just go around and make sure it's tight. That seal is in, and it is not coming out of there. Okay. I'm an overdoer. All right. That's it, folks. We took the socket and we drove the new one in, and she is in. Now the filter will go on, and bada bing, bada boom.